donated. So I'm not going to go through every single card, but just to give you an idea, the only reason we're able to play Vintage is you guys. The only reason I can play Vintage is you guys. Consistent schedules are the best way to work towards partnership. 4 to 6 hours a day is a lot. I'm just worried you burn yourself out. This means scheduled Legacy Vintage time. Hell yeah. I'd love to see you and your brews more. Sleepy but excited. I think it's pretty cool. Okay. I'm a quiet lurker, but I'm excited, says Piper. Piper, you really don't say much. So the fact that you said something must mean something. Okay, what's our last card for this sideboard and main deck? What's something spicy that nobody's gonna... We can just run the 4th Misstep. Misstep's really good against us, therefore us using Misstep against other Missteps is reasonable. Could main deck the Mox Monkey. Gorilla Shaman main is not crazy. In this format. Maybe another Mental Misstep, and maybe, ooh, the Pyroblast was cool in the sideboard. We know where that they're not Dredge or Shops. Maybe like a sideboard Pyroblast. Yeah, there were 400 people in a good chat environment. Full Metal says we talked about it, Spawn. You hit like 400 people for a good hour earlier. Oh, really? I didn't even notice. I don't. Here's the thing, Full Metal. I don't let that stuff. I don't really check on it. Not because I'm aloof. You know. Hopefully you don't think that about me, but it's not because I'm just not paying attention how many people in here. I know I just checked just now. There's 100 people hanging out. I just don't pay attention to it because I think it might take away from my like genuine attitude to be here and doing this. I think once you start to like get like an ego about streaming, you lose the magic. You lose what makes it awesome. So I think it's best that I just don't really pay. There's the reason I don't pay attention to it is not to keep me humble necessarily, but it's certainly easier that I just don't pay attention to it because it's, you know, it's just so much easier not to be like, oh, you know, my stream today we had like 5,000 people. It's like, no, we didn't. Fractal Parallax. Oh, Full Metal's got you. Thanks, guys. Jeez, you guys are awesome. You gonna delete those? Anyway, let's jam some Vintage. Enough announcements. So yeah, I mean, like it's official. I told you. Been thinking about it for several, actually longer than several weeks. This has kind of been this past year. It's kind of been in the back of my mind, and a few months ago, I started really thinking about it. You know, like any big decision in your life, like, you know, like it's not like, you know. It's not like I'm marrying you guys. It's not really, but it's like it feels like kind of that level of commitment. Like anytime you take on a job, it's a commitment. This is me saying I'm gonna stream these nights, and if I don't, there needs to be like a line of communication. That's where Twitter and Facebook need to come in. I need to be like, guys, actually, I gotta go. My friend got in an accident. You know, like funeral, like, you know, like stuff that you would tell your boss. Like, you know, guys, I have a paper. I mean, you can't tell your boss I have a paper, but. I guess it is a little different than, like, I guess because school still takes precedence, but that's, like, the only excuse I'll have, is, like, guys, I legit have a term paper, I can't stream tonight. Like, I'll message that to you guys. I want, if I'm going to use the word commitment, that means I need to commit and be like, hey, like, this is why I didn't stream tonight, you know, kind of stuff. Anyway, let's play Vintage. You can always put up a replay. That's a cop-out. I don't like doing that. I know we did that the other day, but I think that's a cop-out. I think that will disenchant people really quickly. I think if you're not live, probably shouldn't be streaming at all. And that failed today. Remember, or we tried streaming with a laptop, a replay, and the laptop died. So, I mean, I think replays are fun, but if you want my replays, I put them on YouTube, and I put them here in Twitch, and I can show you how to find them, and I can link them to you. All right, so these guys are playing. I can queue up, but I kind of want to watch a match while we wait. Vintage is notorious for us not, like, getting a game immediately. Oh, he's open. Hang on, never mind. Take back what I just said. Normally you don't immediately get a game. Cool. Alright. Take back what I just said. You can still broadcast the playlist instead of streaming it. Only if you're on the. I actually just got into that today. I registered for that today. Mega Steinfeld, the beta for registration. You snap this hand off. It's vintage. It's got a force and a recall and other cards to pitch. You just keep this, and it casts the recall. Yeah, we don't have a red source, but you keep this. Mox, sure. His hand's pretty good. Oh, nothing? Awesome. So let's see what our draw is. See if we don't just snap off the recall. I almost just like end step recall. Because like even if I got Lotus here, there's really nothing like I don't want to crack a Lotus for a Lumberjack. That seems wrong. That's what Lumberjack's supposed to do for us. Stream fails is kicking. Is it freeze or black screen? Okay. Overmaster says I can hear. No, I'm back. I'm right here. Yeah. It was just longer than before. I mean, should I just reboot Moto? I hate doing that in the middle of the match we just got. Stream, I think. Well, I couldn't go past my opponent's draw step either. I was trying to progress the game, and I couldn't. Hey, let me just turn off the cam. I think it's the cam. Let me turn off the cam, see how it runs. Maybe it is our camera. That would be really depressing if it was the camera. Is it running smooth now? It's got to be our cam settings then. Look how smooth it's doing just fine now. It's probably the cam. Shoot. I think you just pop off the recall now. I mean, show me misstep. Main deck negate. It's likely that the Gilded Drake is more live in this matchup than the Staticaster, so I'm going to pitch Staticaster. I would assume Tinker into big scary things, so I want to keep Gilded Drake. Do you have a Force 2? Okay, well at least we're exchanging resources. I got a Mana Drain. Main deck negate. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. You can return the cam. Yikes, it was the cam. Well, is it the cam? Maybe it's not the cam because it just froze and cam wasn't on. It's not the cam. It's got to be Windows 10. Honestly, we stream just post Facebook events, remind your followers, invite participants by your cappuccino streams to Skazer, but every day? I actually do post stuff to Facebook. Muckrat says, I just started watching what's going on. I think we're getting some... The fact that Windows 10 is just not compatible with my OBS, I think is what's happening here. I might just want to, I don't know, hop onto the laptop. It's that bad. Also, we need a red source. We don't, like, we literally drew exactly Squee and Anger, and these are targets. These are tutor targets for the natural survival of the fittest. They're not something you want to draw. Unless you have survival, then they're okay. But these are like literally. I mean, unless he tinkers and lets us win with, you know, his threat. All right, Lotus in the Lumberjack doesn't accomplish anything. I mean, you could do something really stupid, which is try to beat him down with Angers and Squeeze because he's not actually doing anything. I've seen weirder things. I've seen stranger plays. Like, we could go Lotus for triple red and just cast all of these threats. We're going to lose if we just sit back. I'm not even kidding. I kind of want to just play all these dorks and just try to beat him down with a small squad. Vintage, sometimes you beat down with 2/2s and 1/1s. I'm not even kidding. Our ninja says I can hear and see fine. Says it's froze. I don't know your credentials. Have them available. Kaiser says, I don't know your credentials. Have them available while you stream.